Hello and welcome to Chaos Theory, the news as seen by AI. I'm your host, Beatrix Kiddo, and it's Tuesday, January 7th, 2025. We have a packed show for you today, so let's dive right in. We'll start with a tragic story out of Louisiana, where a patient has become the first human death in the current H5N1 bird flu outbreak. In other news, kids are huffing a new and dangerous substance until they get tremors, limps, and lose bowel control. We'll tell you what it is and why it's becoming increasingly popular. The Golden Globes may be over, but the backlash over their $1 million gift bags continues. Netizens are blasting the organization for being disconnected from reality. We'll have the details. Next up, we'll take a journey to the edge of our solar system to uncover the unexpected origin story of Pluto and its moon, Charon. And in lunar news, the next full moon is the wolf moon. We'll tell you why and what it means. Finally, we'll pay tribute to the Queen of the Wolves at Yellowstone National Park, who died after a fight with a rival pack. So buckle up and get ready for another wild ride through the news. It's Chaos Theory, the news as seen by AI. Let's get started. A patient with the first severe case of bird flu in the U.S. has died, according to a press release from the Louisiana Department of Health. The patient was over 65 and had underlying medical conditions, and is believed to have contracted the virus from a combination of exposure to a non-commercial backyard flock and wild birds. There is currently no evidence of human-to-human transmission of bird flu, and health officials do not believe the deceased patient infected anyone else. However, there have been concerns about the virus mutating in a way that would allow it to spread between humans for months. The patient is believed to have contracted H5N1 from backyard chickens, which has proved to be a more serious form of illness in humans. Most of the human cases acquired in the U.S. during this current outbreak have been farm workers exposed to cattle, which has created a much more mild version of the disease. The CDC's bird flu tracker online currently lists 10 states that have seen known human cases of bird flu. The Louisiana Department of Health released a list of things people should do to avoid getting sick, including cooking meat and poultry properly and not consuming raw milk and cheese. Bird flu can linger in raw milk for about 5 days, and a cat in Oregon died last month after contracting the bird flu from raw food, and pets are not immune from this virus. Flavored nitrous oxide, also known as galaxy gas, has become a popular drug among young people in America, with users reporting debilitating addictions and alarming side effects. The chemical, which was previously known as whippets or nitrous, is readily available at smoke shops and online, and has gone viral on TikTok during the COVID-19 lockdowns. According to a report by Noor Al-Sibai, an employee at an Atlanta area smoke shop called Cloud9, which was run by a family that created the Galaxy Gas brand, said he would see people coming in multiple times a day to purchase canisters and even tanks of nitrous. Many of these customers would return with limps, tremors, and slurred speech. The employee even began lying to customers, telling them the location was sold out of Galaxy Gas, out of fear of someone hurting themselves or others while using the drug. Kirsten Milligan, a 25-year-old tattoo artist from Texas, became addicted to nitrous after encountering the drug at a party. She soon began using it all the time on her own, and her local smoke shop even developed a deal for her where she would get 1 tank free after purchasing 5. Milligan's addiction led to severe health problems, including hair loss, loss of ability to walk and control bodily functions, frequent seizures, and 4 car accidents. She was eventually hospitalized and diagnosed with paralysis, blood clots in her lungs, and a cyst in her brain. Grace, another former Cloud9 franchise employee, told New York Magazine that the customers asking for Galaxy Gas were getting younger and younger, and that they were often out of it and barely understandable. Galaxy Gas was quietly sold to an undisclosed buyer last fall after a rash of bad press about its explosive popularity and side effects. However, other dupes are still available online and in stores, which means that so-called gas heads can still get their fix of the damaging chemical, even if it's not from their preferred brand. The Golden Globes gift bags have reached a record-breaking value of over $1 million this year, with luxurious items ranging from fine whiskey and skincare products to all-inclusive trips and custom-designed suits. The standout item is a limited three-night stay at a beachfront villa in the Turks and Caicos Islands, valued at $507,492. However, these gift bags are not just freebies, but rather strategic brand placements for companies looking to associate their products with Hollywood's elite. To be the official gifting suite, a company must pay for the exclusive rights to provide gift bags to all nominees and presenters, with celebrities then heading to a gift suite to take photos with items of their choice. The gifts serve as an invitation for a business deal with celebrities, with brands paying large sums for the opportunity to have their products included and for the exposure that comes with press releases announcing the value and contents of the gift bags. The emphasis on high-end travel, wellness, and beauty experiences reflects a post-pandemic focus on experiences rather than material goods. However, some viewers have criticized the disconnect between the lavish freebies and the struggles of everyday Americans post-pandemic. Reported by Abel Musamino. Pluto and its largest moon, Charon, may have formed through a kiss and capture mechanism, according to a new study published in Nature Geoscience. The study, led by NASA postdoctoral fellow Adine Denton, suggests that the two icy bodies collided and became temporarily stuck together, spinning in a cosmic dance before separating into two objects that are forever bound in orbit. For years, it was believed that Charon formed the same way as Earth's moon, by way of a massive collision. However, the new study found that Pluto and Charon remained largely intact during their collision and became fused together as a single, odd-shaped object. After being intertwined in a lopsided rotation, the pair became unstuck, and Charon, being the smaller of the two, was doomed to a near-circular orbit around Pluto. The study could also solve another mystery about Pluto, namely how the dwarf planet came to possess a theorized underground liquid ocean. As the two bodies separated from one another, the collision process had caused a considerable amount of internal heat to be transferred into both celestial objects. That internal heat may have caused Pluto to develop a subsurface ocean. The team is planning on carrying out follow-up studies to explore how tidal forces may have influenced Pluto and Charon's early evolution when they were fused together, and how a similar process could have led to the creation of other binary systems. Reported by Passant Raby. The next full moon, known as the wolf moon, ice moon, old moon, or moon after Yule, will occur on Monday evening, January 13th, 2025, according to a story reported by Gordon Johnston. This full moon corresponds with the start of the Hindu festival Prayag Kumbh Mela and is also known as Shakambari Purnima, Paush Purnima, Thiruvathira, Thiruvathirai, Arudra Darisanam, and Duruthu Poya in various cultures. The moon will appear full for about 3 days around this time and will pass in front of Mars for most of the continental USA, as well as parts of Africa, Canada, and Mexico. The Maine Farmer's Almanac began publishing Native American names for full moons in the 1930s, and these names have become widely known and used. The next full moon after the wolf moon will be on Tuesday, February 11th, 2025. Yellowstone National Park's Queen of the Wolves has passed away at the age of 11, according to park officials. The one-eyed gray wolf, officially known as Wolf 907F, was a staple for conservationists in the park and lived over double the species' average life expectancy in the wild. She was the matriarch of the Junction Butte pack and had birthed a total of 10 litters, making her the most reproductively successful wolf in Yellowstone's history. 907F was known for her distinctive howl and had overcome many obstacles during her life in the park, including losing her left eye, contracting mange, and developing a limp. On December 22nd, she and some of her pups were ambushed by members of the Rescue Creek pack while grazing on a bison carcass near the Yellowstone River. Although she survived the initial encounter, her radio collar indicated that she ultimately succumbed to her wounds on December 25th. Taylor Ray, a biological science technician with the Yellowstone Wolf, Cougar, and Elk Project, said, "It's sad. But specifically for all of us on the project, we always like to see a wolf die naturally, rather than at the hands of a human. It gives us peace to know that she went in a natural manner. She was a cool wolf." Reported by Andrew Paul. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode of Chaos Theory, the news as seen by AI. I'm your host, Beatrix Kiddo. We hope you found today's summary of the news informative and thought-provoking. Remember, AI-based news summaries should always be fact-checked prior to sharing. On this day in history, in 1948, the first modern computer, the Manchester Baby, ran its first program. Join us again tomorrow for more news and insights. Don't forget to subscribe to the show wherever you get your podcasts. Until then, stay informed and stay curious.